Now let's sail over to Jenelle Lippai, who's diving into a bit of history at Moose Jaw's Sukanen ship. Jenelle, good morning.
Good morning, Jeremy. We are outside on this gorgeous Tuesday morning. The sun is out and we are ready for some fun. And joining me for all that fun is Gary Davis down here at the Sukanen ship. Gary, thank you so much for having us here this morning. Our absolute pleasure. So we were talking a little bit earlier and I was telling you about years ago when my mom would bring my brother and I down for the Easter scavenger hunt. And that got us on the topic of all the fun events that you guys have coming up and even the ones you had earlier in the summer. So there is a big one on Family Day. Let's talk a little bit about that and what people can expect.
That's happening on July 20th, a Sunday, and we reduced the entry fee to $2. And kids can get 25-cent food items like ice cream cones or cookies or bread and jam. We have tractor rides, horse rides, all for the kids, all free. So a family can come out for $10 and have a really good day.
That sounds like so much fun. What an incredible day. I'm sure it'll be beautiful out too. Yes. What have you seen in the previous years? Because the previous events earlier in the summer went fantastic for you guys.
Yes, we have an antique show in March. In the spring, we hold that in the exhibition grounds in Moose Jaw. And then in June, we have a car show, which was a very good event. And 2 weeks ago, we had a flea market, which attracted about 700 visitors. So it's been a really good summer. People come out and really enjoy themselves here.
Absolutely fantastic. So Family Day is coming up. You guys are expecting to have a lot of fun there. What is the last event that you guys have on the agenda?
The Family Day is July 20th, and on September 6th and 7th, we have our annual two-day threshing bee, which is our big event for the year where the place comes alive, basically. We get a lot of machines out. We have parades and threshing demonstrations, a binder demonstration, stooking, all kinds of fun events and things that people haven't seen before, or for the older folks, they can reminisce.
Amazing. All right, Gary. Well, there are tons of really fascinating buildings right along this side here, and you and I are going to go check them out in just a little while and talk a little bit about the history. So thank you for being here again, and you and I are going to be back very, very soon.
Okay, let's sail back over to Jenelle, who is out on the go learning more about a prairie landmark just south of Moose Jaw. Jenelle.
Hi. Well, we are having the most fun this morning down at the Sukanen ship, right outside of Moose Jaw, just on the south end. We are joined once again here by Gary as well, who we've moved locations. We've had some really great discussions about everything going on here because so much of it is created by you. You've pieced together so many things. So we're in the garage, tons of old vehicles. Tell me a little bit about the history of this, and then we'll jump into what you've made so far.
Well, the museum started out in 1969 with the Antique Car Club building one building out here to store antique cars and display antique cars, and it just blossomed from there to a point we now have about 90 cars and trucks on display indoors and probably twice that many tractors and pieces of farm equipment. And this building was built to display some of the family-owned cars that families own, and display a lot of automotive-related items that go with them.
Yeah. Absolutely amazing. It's gorgeous in here. I can't get over how beautiful everything is and the condition that they're in. So let's talk a little bit. You kind of walked us through a couple of the things you've got, even decor in this building. You've made quite a bit of it.
Yes, quite a bit in this building I have, yes. Displays of old automotive accessories and horn buttons and license plates and signs and anything that's related to automotive.
That's amazing. So you've started collections. We've looked at some of the horns, the buttons from old cars. You've collected quite a few of these things and pieced them together yourself.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Like I said, whenever I get two of something, I have to start a collection. So,
yes.
and then find a way to display it.
Absolutely phenomenal. Beautiful spot. So many fun things to check out, Gary. Thank you so much for bringing us over to the garage. And you and I are going to be back one more time, and we're going to talk maybe a little bit about some volunteer work that goes on here. Well, before we wrap up the fun down at the Sukanen ship here at Moose Jaw, Gary and I have a few more things to talk about because there's so much to see, so many beautiful spaces. Most of this, if not all of it, is all maintained by volunteers.
Yes, we have probably about 100 members, but only about 30 really active volunteers who keep this place in shape, and it's a constant job. when you've got this many acres and this many 100-year-old buildings, there's always work to do. So our shout out to our volunteers. One's out here right now at 6 o'clock this morning starting work. So we really appreciate them, and we need more.
Yes. So if somebody wants to come volunteer, how can they do that?
Just come on out and talk to us, and we'd be happy to have you come in and help with no matter what you like to do, whether you like vehicles or buildings or grass or gardening or just setting up displays, cleaning, painting. There's no end to work, and we'll find something you can enjoy doing.
Incredible. And we know there's lots of cars to come check out because we were just there live hit, or our last live hit rather, and there was tons to see. So plenty for people to do and come volunteer for.
Right.
So we're in a beautiful home right now. Let's maybe talk a little bit about this.
This is a 1909 farmhouse that came from just north of Parkbeg. It was moved here in the 70s, donated by the Down family, who recently donated some money to help us put a new roof on it and do some renovations and get it in better shape. So it's a beautiful old farm home, and we're very lucky to have it.
It's gorgeous, and the history behind it is so fascinating. And lots of these, you know, the decor and everything, there's so much time that went into it. So can people who are coming to visit, can they pop in here and check it out?
Oh, sure. They can go in all our buildings and have a look around and experience what it was like.
Absolutely. Well, I highly recommend it because there's tons to see and lots of fun to be had this summer. So that does wrap things up for us here this morning. Gary, thank you so much once again for letting us come visit you this morning.
Well, thank you for coming. We enjoy it.
Absolutely our pleasure, and we will be back tomorrow.